Hello everyone, this is Matt the Speedstar, aka the Game Rebel here, ready to run through the next part of Metroid Other M Redemption. No need to recap, cause the story did it for me. So, I said I was gonna do one of two things. And my options that I had were either backtrack to find the remaining items that I was able to find now that I had everything but the power bombs. Which means, of course, I have my gravity aura around me. What can I say? I like auras. I think they're cool. Or, instead of backtracking, go straight to the Bioweapon Research Center and try to get to the last save point before I go for Room MW. I believe I'm going to try for the backtracking. I was thinking of just going for Room MW, but you know what? It might be worth my time to go back and see about getting the remaining items that I have yet to get. Two of which I just got. That was the missile tank and the second E-recovery tank. So, along with the initial HP that I restore from concentration, so that way I'm back to full on my base energy. But I'll also get my 2 extra energy tanks as well, which will be a great help. So yeah, I've decided to try for the backtracking, and I've had a couple attempts, but all of them have been met with disaster. AKA rampaging animals. Because they've just been on a rampage the past few months, and it's been pissing me the heck off. But I'm gonna give it a try. So, I'm gonna start with Sector 2. Because I know I only have like 3 blips here, but there are more items here, trust me. And I know where I believe 1 or 2 of them are. If I miss any, though, they will show up after I return post-credits. So after that, I will do Sector 3, go back to the main sector, and then Sector 1. And then once I've gotten all the items up to the test center, or at the very least what I'm able to get, I'll stop at that booth there. And then next time, Bioweapon Research Center. Okay, now as much as I'd like to do what I need to do in here, I actually forgot to do one particular thing, and that was open up this. So, up there are actually 2 items. One is shielded. So I'm going to try and get up there, and hopefully I can, because this is a little bit of a tricky jump. And I utterly failed. Although I might. Nope. Oh! Did it! That was practically pro right there. But anyway, there's 1 missile tank, and over here, a shielded one. So there we go. That takes care of these 2. And now let's see what's up next. Oh hey, do you remember those things that kept sucking up our energy? Well, guess what? Suck this! Oh, that feels so satisfying to finally put those things down. I'm sorry, it just really is. Also, since we now have the wave beam, we can actually kill all the enemies that are in the tubes here. First off, I gotta make sure I can find where the rest of them are, because I know there's still maybe 1 or 2 left in here, and once I find them, the way will be open. Speak of the devil. So yeah, you have to kill all the enemies in here with the wave beam to open it up. The problem is, you need the space jump in order to even be able to get over there. Or I guess you could try and time a proper speed booster and try to, you know, do this. Oh, I guess you could actually. Okay, so maybe you don't need the space jump, but I figured, why not? And apparently I can't. Never mind, I did it. Okay, so passing by Maurice's frozen body, when you were chasing the survivor, aka Madeline, you'll notice that this was here. And that reveals a missile tank. But coming over into the material storehouse, there was another item that showed up on radar after we destroyed Pharaoh Crusher. And right over there is another missile tank. This one, unlike the other missile tank before, you now do need the space jump to get, so kind of pointless to come back here if you make the attempt, because you need the space jump to get to that one. I'm pretty sure you can't do a horizontal wall jump. Now, I'm not sure if there are any other items in here. I'm just going to check real quick, and if not, I'll see you back down here, because I did find an item on the way here. Oh, never mind. Right here. So in here was an energy part. That should be all of the items up to this point. But yeah, that one is pretty hard to find, especially considering all of these are not glowing. All of the destructible containers. Okay, so if you remember the avalanche where, you know, it pretty much forces a game over on you. Again, if you did not get the missile tank using a Shine Spark, you can use a grapple beam to swing up here. There are going to be a couple of these guys, but you will get the missile tank. I'm pretty sure you can't go anywhere else, but unfortunately you have to deal with these guys if you're trying to get it. So come in here after you kind of kill this thing. Pretty sure there was another enemy in here before, but anyway, there's another super missile thing. And that, if I can get in here, thank you. That should be it for Sector 2, as far as I know, because I know there's nothing in there. Nothing in there. Again, it's so satisfying to kill those things that sucked our energy away. And nothing along the lower path that leads around the loop. So, off to Sector 3 next. So, where we fought the Asborian as well as the Radogian when trying to save Anthony, you'll notice these two things here. This one is accessible and leads to a terminal which will unlock that one door that's all the way back here. This also leads to another grapple point, and when we finally get up there, and there should not be any others along the way unless I missed something. Which, if anything, I probably will. But we'll be back for those later, when we get power bombs. But up here is an energy part. So coming in here before the, that was not intended. But anyway, there was a super missile thing here. Blow it up. And missile tank. That should be most of what we need to do, but we still got a little bit over here, and I gotta return to that long room over there. Thankfully, I know how to get there now, without having to go all the way around. Because as far as I know, I don't think there are any items over that way, but then again, I could be wrong. And probably am. So, after leaving the room with all the pizza pop lava, first order of business is to come down here, because if we look up there, there is an item we can get. But you need the space jump for this one, and it is just yet another missile tank. But We also needed to come back here as well because there was a super missile barrier that we had to get by. And that's not how to get by it. Thankfully, with my screw attack, bowls, even if they're fiery bowls, can't do a thing to me. And that is good. So right up here. Man, I love having these Excel charges. Unfortunately, the last one is behind a power bomb door, so I can't get it, which sucks. And there we go. We're almost at 60 missiles. Now, actually, I'm just going to leave that in because with our space jump, we are actually able to come back up here. Now, I know for a fact there is an item that should be... Well, here's the thing. We couldn't get it because we needed the space jump. Because that's how we were able to get over that and claim this missile tank. Now, 60 missiles exactly. That should be it for all that I can do in Sector 3. I'm not entirely sure if I got all the items that I can get, but I don't see any blips. Nor do I remember much else, so hopefully that's it. Next up is the main sector, and I believe there's only one that I am able to get, and it's actually very near the beginning. So yeah, I'll just see you there. Actually, I was wrong on that one. So, there is actually another item that we can get in the main sector, and if I remember right, you need to do a vertical shine spark up here to this shielded thing here. And get another missile tank. Now back to what I was actually going for. Then I believe we're done here. This should be the room I was thinking of. We go over here. Yep, right up here. You can do some careful platforming. I guess there's also these boxes now that I think about it. I wonder. I could have gotten this one a lot earlier now that I think about it. Wow, don't I feel stupid. But anyway, all the way back in here, when you come through here, another missile tank. And that should be it for all the items that are possible to get in the main sector, aside from what is behind power bomb doors. So all that's left, I believe, is Sector 1. So coming in here, once you've re-entered Sector 1, you'll notice this grapple point is actually higher up now, and accessible. Over here is a missile tank, and a shortcut towards the subterranean control room. Meaning I can go and get anything that's over in that vicinity pretty much right now, but I'm not going to, because there's not really anything I can do at that point. Because whatever's in there is behind a power bomb door, as far as I remember. Actually, never mind, because I can take the little track there and go get that one item I was never able to get before. You know, that one big room. But anyway, I need to show this off real quick, because this actually goes into a spot that we couldn't normally get to unless we had the speed booster. And that would mean I'd have to go all the way through that. Oh, I just realized. I just realized I have... Oh, right, I can just... Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I got my thoughts together. Okay, so finally coming back here, now that we have the grapple beam. I could have got this a lot earlier, but, you know, wanted to wait till I could do everything now. Energy part number 11. Only one more to get before we are locked out from the rest. And thankfully I don't think I need to go through that, as far as I know. Oh, wait, I think I have to... I'll just check real quick. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. There's a couple things I can get in there. Yep, just as I thought. Super missile thing. And missile tank here. So, coming here, where the one elevator death trap was, if you do it just right here, you can shoot right up and not only create a shortcut, but if you hug the wall over here, a shielded missile tank. So coming back in here, you'll notice the super missile thing. Now I can finally blow it up, but of course we needed the space jump in order to be able to get this item. So just take the way you did originally to get to the hologram projector. Blow this up. And do a careful super jump over here to score another missile tank. So in here, with the room where we first met Little Birdie, if you don't have enough room, you gotta be really careful with this one. So the idea is, you gotta run from all the way over here. Might be a good idea to get yourself lined up so that way you don't get stopped while you do a speed booster to get up these. And then, you need to charge up, have a super missile ready as soon as you fire. As soon as you're ready, fire right there. A grapple point will come down, and then you'll need to do this again. This one is very annoying. But, you know, I think this is actually one of the more complicated ones to get. Because for one thing, you have to get up here with the speed booster. You have to clear those out. And then, you have to do this again. If you're able to get the grapple point early enough, then, yay. I'd like to know about it. Okay, so not jumping the gun like I did. Ride the grapple point up. Missile tank. Okay. So, on the way to where, we would find the, cage where Little Birdie was kept, there was that. This prevents us from getting a, not a super missile, a regular missile tank, I believe. That you have to have very precise timing on in order to be able to get a speed booster charge and shine spark ready. And that should be that. Now, before I do anything else, I just want to quickly go in here. After you've completed the game, or at the very least, once you get to post-credits, this opens up. So there is an item in there that we will have to return for. Kind of stupid, but that's how the game works. Oh boy, this room. So now that we have the gravity feature and the speed booster, just keep running. You should build up a charge and be able to smash your way through this to get another missile tank. I don't think you're able to... That is a big help right there. So after going through the big flushing room and returning to where we first fought the Groganch, make sure not to accidentally trigger that. Use your space jump to head over here and, for real, activate this. Again, you only have a limited amount of time before you can do the thing you need to do. But you do this, and you'll be able to get the final energy part that we are able to get before we need power bombs to get the rest. So if you're quick enough, you can get this, and the semi-final energy tank that we can get. So coming in here, where all the regular key hunters and key hunter larvae are. Whatever they're called. Space jump to a missile tank. Only 10 left before we have all the missiles. So, stupid Rio. Before I get a chance. So once you have the wave beam, which you should also have the speed booster by now, you could also come back here, hit that, and this opens up. Inside, no surprise, a missile tank. Oh boy, this one. So, idea here is, you might want to hang over here for a sec. And as long as that Groganch isn't on your tail, if you didn't kill it here, get your speed booster ready and charge until you hit the wall. Afterwards, you should be just fine to get in here, go through this, and claim the final missile tank that we can get. So that should be all the items from here, the main sector, Sector 2, and Sector 3, hopefully. I'm not entirely sure if I got all of them or not, but I do know that I've gotten all the ones that I remember, as well as ones that I have kind of figured out from either finding them or clearing all the enemies in a room and having the radar go off. But that's pretty much it. There's no items beyond there, and all the items that I can remember at this point are beyond power bomb doors. Except for the Bioweapon Research Center. I think we're only able to get one item in there before we are forced to finish the story. I think. That or maybe two, but I know there's one that we can definitely get. So, I'm going to stop it here. And next time, I will see you in that navigation booth, so we can actually go into the Bioweapon Research Center and see just what the heck's going on. We're almost at the end, people. Now we'll finally get to see what's going on and see if we can keep this bottle ship from intercepting Galactic Federation HQ. Because, you know, without them, there's no military force in the universe. And that is bad. So, until next time, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you wish to follow along with this and my other Let's Plays, please consider subscribing. If any concerns come up, I'll let you guys know my Twitter and additional info in the lower left box in the video and down in the description below. This has been Matt the Speedstar, aka the Game Rebel. Now we'll see you guys next time when we run through the next part of Metroid Other Red.